I need every single person watching this video to fully understand what just happened, because what the Indiana Fever just pulled off is far bigger than a simple roster move. This isn't just another signing, it's a statement, a loud, unapologetic message sent directly to every team in the WNBA. Sophie Cunningham is back. Caitlin Clark's enforcer, her protector, her ultimate ride or die teammate is officially returning to the Fever. And let me say this clearly, on the record, for everyone ready to screenshot and come back later, this team is not being built for a playoff appearance. It's not about making a respectable run or falling just short in the semifinals. This roster is being constructed with one goal and one goal only: hanging a championship banner inside Gainbridge Fieldhouse. The Indiana Fever didn't just improve their team, they just shifted the entire balance of power in the league. And the craziest part? Nobody saw it coming. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Court Central. Get ready, because this one is going to be a movie.
Sports an hour ago stated Sophie Cunningham announced that she will join USA Network's coverage of the WNBA this season as a contributor. Sophie Cunningham to be a contributor for USA Network during the WNBA season. One comment that says Sophie Cunningham will be an incredible.
Let me set the scene for you, because the timing of this couldn't be more perfect. The WNBA has officially locked in its free agency schedule. The negotiation window opened on Wednesday, and teams can begin signing players on Saturday. Meanwhile, the Indiana Fever, after securing Kelsey Mitchell with a core qualifying offer and placing a restricted qualifying offer on Lexie Hull, were left with one massive question hanging over their entire offseason. Is Sophie Cunningham coming back? Now we have the answer, and it's a yes, and the rest of the league should be very, very concerned. But before we even get into the basketball side of this move, you need to understand why this goes far beyond just adding another name to the roster. Sophie Cunningham is not just a role player. She's not just depth. She represents something much bigger. She is culture, she is attitude, she is the embodiment of the identity the Indiana Fever are building. Bringing her back isn't just smart, it's intentional. It sends a clear message to the entire league. This team isn't trying to be liked, it's trying to be feared. Now let me take you back to June 2025. The Fever are facing the Connecticut Sun. In the middle of that game, Caitlin Clark takes a hit to the eye from JC Sheldon. And let's be honest, by that point, it didn't feel random. Since her rookie season, Clark had been a target. Teams weren't just playing her, they were game planning her physically. There were real conversations happening around the league about testing her, about showing her what the WNBA is really about. Sophie Cunningham knew all of this. She had been in those rooms during her time with the Phoenix Mercury. And she had heard the strategies, seen the approach from the inside, but now she was on the other side of it. Now she was on Clark's team. So when that moment happened, when Clark took that shot to the eye, Cunningham didn't hesitate. She didn't look toward the refs. She didn't wait for a review. She didn't take it to social media afterward. She handled it right there, in real time, on national television. She stepped in, grabbed Sheldon, and sent a message the entire league could understand. Both players were ejected. Cunningham even chipped a tooth in the process, and she still didn't care, because that's what an enforcer does. You go after my teammate, I'm coming right back at you. No hesitation, no apologies. That moment didn't just stay on the court, it exploded across the internet. It went viral instantly. Cunningham's following skyrocketed past 1 million almost overnight. And suddenly, she wasn't just known as a player, she became one of the most respected and beloved teammates in the entire league. Not because of stats, not because of awards, but because she proved something that matters more than any box score. Someone in Indiana had Caitlin Clark's back, and in a league where Clark has been under constant physical pressure since day one, that changes everything. Every team, every player, every so-called enforcer across the league just got the message loud and clear. The bodyguard is back, and this time she's not alone.
The practice and realize she passed her prime. I don't know. Her knee must still be jacked up. I don't know, and that is a good question. Because we know last year Sophie Cunningham did get hurt. And her knee, she got hurt pretty bad. But let's get to this article before we get to some of these silly ass comments.
I've been seeing some wild takes lately. People saying she came back to practice and looked past her prime, questioning her knee, acting like she's finished. And yeah, it's fair to bring up the injury. Last season, Sophie Cunningham did go down, and it was serious. There were real concerns about her knee. But before we get lost in all these lazy comments, let's actually talk facts. Because here's what separates Cunningham from being just an enforcer. She can actually actually hoop. And this is where a lot of people get it completely wrong. They watch the viral clips, they see the ejections, the intensity, the attitude, and they reduce her entire game to that. That's surface level thinking. That's lazy analysis. And over here, we're not doing that. Sophie Cunningham averaged 8.6 points per game last season. She shot an efficient 46.9% from the field. She knocked down 1.7 threes per game, added 3.5 rebounds, 1.2 assists, and about a steal per night. She was playing 25 minutes a game as a starter, and she did all of that while taking on the responsibility of being the Fever's primary wing defender and the emotional engine of the team. But even those numbers don't tell the full story. Cunningham's real value shows up in what she forces the other team to change. When she's on the floor, opponents don't feel comfortable playing dirty. They don't take those extra shots at Caitlin Clark. They don't grab, push, or cheap shot in transition the same way, because they know exactly who's watching. Number 8 is always there, and she's not afraid to respond. That kind of psychological presence, you can't measure that on a stat sheet. Boys, it's bigger than scoring. It shifts the entire energy of the game. It gives Clark the freedom to just play without constantly looking over her shoulder. It gives Kelsey Mitchell more space to operate. It gives the entire roster a sense of security that you simply cannot quantify. And here's something not enough people are talking about. Last season, the Fever made their playoff push without her. Cunningham tore her MCL in August after a collision against the Connecticut Sun ended her season. Just like that, she was gone. From that point on, she was on the sideline. No uniform, no minutes, just supporting, leading, and pushing her team from the bench. She watched Caitlin Clark miss the playoffs due to injury. She saw Kelsey Mitchell go down in a crucial moment, and there was nothing she could do except stand there and feel it all unfold. Yeah, now think about that for a second. Months of rehab, pain, frustration, sitting out while your team fights without you, wondering if you'll come back the same, or if you'll come back at all. And now, she's back, healthy, focused, and carrying a chip on her shoulder the size of the entire state of Indiana. Do you really think Sophie Cunningham is returning just to play it safe? Just to put up decent numbers and collect a paycheck? No chance. She's coming back with something to prove. And the team that already came close to the finals without her is about to experience what happens when you add that kind of intensity, toughness, and fire back into the lineup. This isn't just a signing. This is Indiana loading the final piece into a roster that's ready to explode.
Tuesday night that she will join USA Network as a contributor for its coverage of the WNBA. She stated, "I'm back, baby." And with the new squad, Cunningham wrote on Instagram, joining the USA Network. So this is what she put on her Instagram. Let's pull it up right now. This is shocking.
So here's my final message, and I need everyone watching to really understand this clearly. I'm not exaggerating, I'm not chasing clicks, and I'm definitely not trying to stir controversy. I'm saying this because I genuinely believe it with complete conviction. The Indiana Fever are winning the 2026 WNBA championship. Go ahead, write it down, take a screenshot, save this video, and come back in October to tell me I was wrong. I dare you. Because everything I've seen from this franchise, from the roster construction to the coaching staff and front office decisions, points to one undeniable conclusion. This is their year. This is the team. This is the moment. With Caitlin Clark, Kelsey Mitchell, Sophie Cunningham, Aaliyah Boston, and Lexie Hull, you're looking at 5 players locked in on one mission. There are no more excuses, no more injuries to hide behind, no more what ifs, no more almost. This is the season they finish what they started. The Fever didn't just bring back Sophie Cunningham. They completed the puzzle, adding the final piece that transforms a very good team into a truly unstoppable force. And when this starting 5 steps onto the court together for the first time on May 9th against the Dallas Wings, the rest of the league is going to have a moment, a realization that the team standing in front of them isn't here just to compete. They're not here for a good season or highlight moments. They're here to take everything, every game, every series, every round, and ultimately the trophy. We all we got, we all we need. And now they've got Sophie back. The league might not be ready for what's coming, but it doesn't matter. Ready or not, here come the Fever. And that's it for today on If This Fired You Up. Smash that like button. Drop your boldest take in the comments. Is this the best starting 5 in the league? Was Cunningham the most important signing of the offseason? Or is there a team out there that can actually stop Indiana? Let's hear it. And don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications, because we're covering every move, every story, every moment this season.